Alejandro Nicolas Mayorkas, born in Havana, Cuba. His family fled shortly after the Cuban Revolution to Florida and later settled in California. After law school, Mayorkas worked as an assistant United States attorney and was appointed the United States Attorney for the Central District of California in Los Angeles during the administration of President Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, where he oversaw the prosecution of high-profile criminal cases. Mayorkas was a member of the presidential transition team for Barack Obama before he assumed office in January 2009, where he led the transition team responsible for the U.S. Department of Justice's Criminal Division. Mayorkas was appointed by President Obama as the Director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. On May 20, 2009, the nomination was received by the Senate. On August 7, 2009, the nomination was confirmed by the Senate by voice vote. As USCIS Director, Mayorkas led United States citizenship through management efficiencies and fiscal responsibility, and safeguarding the integrity of the immigration system. He implemented the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals process in 60 days. He led U.S. government efforts to rescue orphan children following the January 2010 earthquake in Haiti and led the advancement of a crime victims unit that, for the first time, resulted in the ability of the agency to administer the statutory maximum number of visas to victims of crime. In 2016, Mayorkas became a partner at the law firm of Wilmer Cutler Pickering Hale and Dorr in their Washington, D.C. office. On November 23, 2020, President-elect Joe Biden announced he would nominated Mayorkas as Secretary of Homeland Security. In his cabinet, Mayorkas's nomination received the endorsement of the Fraternal Order of Police and former Secretaries Tom Ridge, Michael Chetoff, Janet Napolitano and Jay Johnson, who said Biden could not have found a more qualified person. On February 2, 2021, Mayorkas was confirmed by the Senate on a 56-43 vote. With bipartisan support but significant Senate Republican opposition, he was sworn in by Vice President Kamala Harris on February 2, 2021. Mayorkas is the first immigrant and first Latino to lead the department. Alejandro Nicolas Mayorkas, nicknamed Ali, was born in Havana, Cuba, on November 24, 1959. His parents arrived with him and his sister to the United States in 1960 as refugees. Following the Cuban Revolution, he lived in Miami, Florida, before his family moved to Los Angeles, California, where he was raised for the remainder of his youth. Mayorkas grew up in Beverly Hills and attended Beverly Hills High School. His father, Charles R. Nicky Mayorkas, was a Cuban Jew of Turkish Sephardic and Polish Ashkenazi background, who owned and operated a steel wool factory in Havana. His mother, Anita, was a Romanian Jew whose family escaped the Holocaust and fled to Cuba in the 1940s. The Cuban Revolution marked the second time his mother would be forced to flee a country she considered home. Mayorkas earned his Bachelor of Arts degree with distinction from the University of California, Berkeley. In 1981, he received his Juris Doctor from Loyola Law School in 1985. After 3 years as a litigation associate in private practice, Mayorkas became an assistant United States attorney in the Central District of California in 1989. He prosecuted a wide array of federal crimes, developing a specialization in the prosecution of white-collar crime, including tax evasion and money laundering. His prosecutions included the successful prosecution of Operation Polar Cap, then the largest money laundering case in the nation, the conviction at trial of Heidi Fleiss on charges of federal conspiracy, tax fraud, and money laundering charges, the successful prosecutions of two largest telemarketing fraud operations that preyed on the elderly, and the successful prosecution of a healthcare fraud and insurance fraud conspiracy. Mayorkas served as the coordinator of the Southern California Telemarketing Fraud Task Force, overseeing the coordination of federal, state, and local law enforcement and regulatory agencies to most aggressively combat telemarketing fraud. throughout the Central District of California. From 1996 to 1998, Mayorkas served as chief of the office's General Crimes Section, overseeing the training and trial work of all new assistant United States attorneys in the criminal division. He received numerous awards from federal law enforcement agencies, including from FBI Director Louis Freeh for the successful prosecution of Operation Polar Cap. In 1998, Mayorkas was recommended by Senator Dianne Feinstein and appointed by President Bill Clinton as the United States Attorney for the Central District of California, becoming the country's youngest United States Attorney. He was appointed on December 21, 1998. Mayorkas oversaw the prosecution of high-profile criminal cases, including the prosecution of the Mexican Mafia in the